Welcome everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation. Today, we'll be exploring the era of Uthman. This is a fascinating period, with many significant developments. We'll cover the main events, key figures, and the impact of this era. Let's dive in and discover what made this time so important. Certainly, here is the word-by-word narrative script for slide 2 of 4. Now, let's talk about the second writing of the Quran. When new Muslims made mistakes in their recitation, it was sometimes hard to tell if it was truly an error or if it was actually one of the 7 readings taught by the Prophet, PBUH. These differences, over time, led to confusion, especially in the Muslim regions outside of Arabia. Hudhayfa ibn al-Yaman, one of the Sahaba, noticed this confusion while he was in Iraq. He was worried that such misunderstandings could threaten the unity of the Muslim community and even lead to changes in the Quran itself. When he returned to the capital, he informed Caliph Uthman about what he had seen and heard. Recognizing the seriousness of the situation, Uthman gathered the major Sahaba to find a solution. They decided to create official copies of the Quran based on the one compiled during Caliph Abu Bakr's time. The goal was to preserve the correct text and limit recitation to this version. Uthman asked Hafsa, the daughter of the Prophet, PBUH, for the original copy of the Quran. Then, he appointed Zayd ibn Thabit to lead a committee of 4 scholars to produce these official copies. This marked a crucial step in the era of Caliph Uthman, ensuring the consistency and preservation of the Quran for generations to come. Today, I want to share with you the story of the second writing of the Quran, a very important step in preserving our sacred book. A total of 7 copies were made during this time. One was sent to Mecca, another to Syria, one to Basra, one to Kufa, one to Yemen, one to Bahrain, and one was kept here in the capital, Medina. Caliph Uthman, may Allah be pleased with him, took a very careful approach. He sent an official reciter of the Quran along with each copy to ensure that there were no mistakes or misunderstandings later on. He also ordered that all other copies of the Quran be destroyed. The reason for this was that people had written notes on their personal copies, and some copies were incomplete, which could lead to confusion or errors. From this official copy, called Mushaf Uthman, new copies were made. This way, the Quran remained unchanged and protected from any kind of alteration or loss. This entire process was completed in the year 646 CE, just 2 years after Uthman became caliph. This effort by Caliph Uthman was crucial in ensuring the unity and preservation of the Quran for generations to come. During this slide, I want to highlight some key points about the structure and preservation of the Quran. A verse, or ayah, is essentially a sign or a token that helps us identify and understand the message of the Quran. Each ayah is like a building block that carries meaning and significance. When we talk about a chapter, or surah, think of it as an enclosure or wall, an organized section that contains several ayahs. An interesting point is that the order of these ayahs within each surah was actually established by the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, himself. This is supported by numerous hadiths that confirm he arranged the verses in a specific sequence. Now, connecting this to the overall theme, understanding how the Quran was compiled and ordered underscores its divine origin and the meticulous care taken during its preservation. Moving into the era of Caliph Uthman, we see how these arrangements were preserved and standardized, ensuring the integrity of the Quran for generations to come.